Good morning, all you big, beautiful souls out there. It's Tuesday, I believe, August 13th, and I know, like the rest of you, I'm sure that you're feeling this incredible ascension energy that's happening. And a lot of folks are online talking about August and how August is really kind of a pivotal month, right into the middle of September of this year with all of the energetic changes and the ascension going on. We had a question from at bar 6 full on YouTube. And she had listened to the Ascension video for August, and she was asking a question of Aralamb about how does this ascension, this big shift that's going on, how is it affecting our body or our health? And that is a really phenomenal question because boy, I don't know about you, but every day I wake up and every day in the sessions that Aralam and I do, we talk to people at length about how the earth changes that are going on and how the kind of spiritual ascension that's happening, just how it's affecting everyone physically. And it's also one of the reasons why Aralam always says to people, if you can, try to sort of begin releasing any of the emotional baggage that you're carrying or any of the physical kind of heaviness that you're carrying in the way of food or alcohol or drugs or any of the things like that. Because, yes, to answer the question, and Airline's going to speak about this just in a second, but yes, it's affecting us physically incredibly. It's incredibly affecting us physically. Now, it doesn't always have to be a bad physical reaction. It can be affecting you in good ways as well. But certainly, there are a lot of physical, things that are happening with folks. So I'm going to let Aralam speak to that now, and then I will be back. So Aralam speaking, Aralam speaking. Hello, everyone, for coming to listen today. Welcome, welcome. Let me say this to you unequivocally. The ascension that's going on now and the shifting energetically, frequency-wise, that's happening on the planet is absolutely affecting your organic body. Now, it can be manifesting for you in multiples of ways, and it's very multiple layered, meaning, as Melissa spoke to just a little bit, it's an emotional shift energetically, and that has its own frequency. It's also an organic shift to the very molecules in your organic vessel or your body, as well as every single molecule in as you know, so much liquid, so much water that humans are made of. So the frequency, and it's so sensitive. So you can be feeling a myriad of things all at the same time. From an emotional standpoint, having many, many physical changes throughout the day, and when I say throughout the day, still Aralam speaking, I mean to say that these changes can happen for you hour to hour. And this can be very disconcerting from a physical standpoint because as a human, as a soul in a human body, you may be thinking, how can I feel wonderful when I first wake up, and then 45 minutes later, I feel this heavy energy, and then it releases, and then I feel differently. So, but this is normal, and I don't want you to feel that it's something specific to you. The whole world is going through this. The difference is that souls like yourself are asking these questions, possibly of yourself and those around you. So you're sharing the information. So it's important to understand your physical body. Now, from an emotional standpoint, having these physical changes happening can be very disconcerting because you feel as though something is wrong with you personally. And as I've said in other videos, you've got to let these energies flow through you without grabbing hold of them. Now, how this can feel, you can have physical fatigue, you can have physical aches and pains that you normally don't have. You can be thinking, I want to take a nap in the afternoon when I've only been awake for an hour. Do you see? So it can be a change, a real change, still Aralam speaking, a real change to the level of physical endurance that you seem to have. So I would say this to you, if you are suffering with that kind of fatigue, that physical fatigue, do the small things that you can do that add up for you in a day. Meaning, if you don't feel that you can walk 5 miles, then don't. But walk 500 yards to your mailbox because you want to keep your body moving. And the more you keep moving, even in small, elegant, kind ways to yourself, the better your body's going to feel. Sleep when you need to sleep. I realize, still Aralam speaking, this is a bit of a cliche nomenclature, but sleep when you need to sleep. If you need to sleep more during all of this ascension and the transition, then do that. That's your body speaking to you. Now, you also may feel on the other side of that physical coin, you may wake up in the morning and feel that you have just all kinds of unlimited energy. So you quickly start doing things, but then 4 hours later, you feel as though you've just run a marathon. So this up and down with the physical. This is another reason why I say to everyone that we speak with in sessions, still Aralamb speaking, anything chemically that you can remove from your load physically, it's going to be very helpful for you during this ascension time, because your body's going to move through this ascension, whether you're sort of helping it do it in a gentle way or whether you're just going to hold on to a lot of the chemicals that you utilize. When I say chemicals, I mean the food you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're consuming, what you're smoking, what you're taking for medication. Also, what are you using on your skin? What are your skincare products? What are your cleaners, your shampoos? Now, these are all things that you can do to begin to lower that load of difficulty for your organic body. Again, if it's hurting you, sit down and rest. If I could say anything to any soul on the planet now, still Aralamb speaking, as far as the health impact with this ascension, it would be to take it slowly. Don't berate yourself. Honor what you're feeling physically, honor what you're feeling emotionally. I am going to speak later this week to a specific gentleman, and we will name him at that time, who recently lost his loved one. He lost his life partner. And his question was, how do I release the baggage, emotional baggage for the ascension when I have all of this grief? So we're going to get to that piece of it. The reason I bring this up here is that from a physical standpoint, any of the emotional grief, guilt, fear, all of those emotions, whether they're old or new, that's going to keep your body in a very difficult place during this ascension. Still Aralamb speaking. So what I would say about the health is this: try to eat as healthily as you can. Try to sleep as much as you can. Try to do those things for yourself. Even if you're working 60 hours a week, if you work 60 hours a week and on the way home every day, you stop and buy something that isn't healthy to eat, start something different. On the way home, stop and get an herbal tea. Stop and buy a piece of fruit. Just do one thing differently, because your body now needs you to honor it. This ascension is so much about honoring who you are as souls out in the universe. Who humans have believed that they have been as souls has been very much held down on this planet. You are now in this incredibly joyous, incredibly challenging traverse to understanding who you are. So honor your body during this time. You really must honor your body. If you've been having 10 drinks a day, pull it back to 5. Do the smallest things. Smoke 3 less cigarettes. Sleep for 30 minutes longer. Put your phone down earlier in the evening and go to bed earlier. If you can't sleep, read something uplifting to your spirit. All of these small things will help through this ascension for your physical body. As you start to make these changes, and again, I am not, still Aralamb speaking, I am not in any way purporting that you should reach for some kind of physical or spiritual perfection. It doesn't exist. But what you can reach for is something kinder and more elegant for your body and your soul moving forward. It will help you physically through the ascension. So keep that in mind. I hope that that's helpful. Thank you for listening. Okay, so this is me talking. And so I have to say this, and I can say this to you. I have to really concentrate on what Aralamb just said to you all. Because obviously by looking at me, I could lose 40 pounds tomorrow. Absolutely I could. And I work at it, and I've slowly been doing that. And it's not about me. But what I'm saying is, when he says it's not about perfection, it's not about perfection. It's about you kind of starting from wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, when you're listening to this right now. I don't care if you find yourself someone who is happily doing, heated yoga 8 times a week and you're the perfect weight, but you still feel physically exhausted by this ascension, then you start there. If you're someone like me who could lose 40 pounds and needs to sort of step away from the bagels, then start there with little things, right? As Aralamb said, walk to your mailbox, walk out to the end of your driveway, walk into the park next to your apartment, whatever it is. Start to do the things that are really supportive of your physical body, because absolutely this ascension, we're all in it together. And it's much, much harder if you've put a lot of load on your body, whether it's emotional or whether it's actual physical stuff that you're doing. One other thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to make this too long, but when Aralamb talks about the part of it where you might wake up in the morning and think, oh gosh, I'm all out of sorts this morning. I feel out of sorts. It feels heavy, or whatever you're feeling. If it changes 8 times during the day, that is what so many people are feeling right now. So don't beat yourself up about that. Don't feel badly about that. That feeling of that up and down and sort of being, it's almost, I say to my husband, I feel today emotionally and physically like I've been standing on the deck of a boat all day. Like sometimes it feels great, other times I'm a little off center. This is the ascension. This is what this is. And it's important that all of us, me included, understand that we're in this natural process, right? And that really the fact that you all chose to be on this planet right now for this time period is miraculous. I mean, you all incarnated, anyone hearing this, you all incarnated to be here right now. And it is the wild west of spirituality as far as the fact that the planet and the whole universe is shifting up in knowledge, right? It's not just about this scary ascension. It's that we're ascending to a place of much wider knowledge and understanding, spiritually, emotionally, all of it. So it's an amazing time to be alive. So no matter where you're coming at it from, no matter what you're dealing with, just be good to yourself from that place, but start to make those small, small changes. And we will be back with you. Thank you so much. You're all huge souls. I know that you're all are. Anybody listen to this, you're a big, huge soul. It's amazing. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. And we will see you back here a little bit later this week. All right, y'all.